Hi, my name is Patrick, mostly GLBTfuture. Knows me as Patrick N. And I'm here with my friend. He's going to be my interviewer. So, interviewer, if you may.
Okay, so we'll start with what everyone's wondering. When did you first realize you were gay?
I realized I was gay at a young age. I was always different. I never wanted to play football or wrestling with my cousins. I just wanted to stay inside and play with my sister. So, I always knew I was different. When I hit the age of 6, I honestly believed I was straight. I could list the names of 3 girls that I had crushes on: Chelsea, Alicia, and Erica. Now that I'm 18, and now that I look back, I realize that it was just me thinking they were cute. Because when you're at that age, you're taught that being gay is different. It's not you. It's the people you see on TV. And I used to. I think the world brainwashed me to believe I was straight. And it wasn't until the age of 11 that I started to realize that I was different. That when all my friends were talking about boobies and sex, I wanted to talk about what was on TV because I was not interested in what they were talking about. And at that age, I think the thought came into my mind that what if I'm gay? And I was scared of the concept. I was scared of the idea of it. It meant that I was different. And I remember I freaked out about it. And being who I was, I went to the library for a sanctuary. I read books. I read um, all these gay books: Rainbow Boys, Rainbow High, Rainbow Road, Boy Meets Boy, everything, all the cliches. And I read them all, and they taught me that I was not different. I was not alone. I was not a freak, pretty much. And so thank God for books. They saved my life. If you haven't read the books, read them. So
Alright, so you realized you were gay and you had some other female crushes, but who was the first guy you liked when you realized it all?
the first guy I liked was not a nice boy. It was in junior high, and his name was Trevor. Really pretty, cliche, blonde hair, blue eyes. And I didn't like him. And I think anyone can agree with me that we go through phases where we don't like someone, but you still have a crush on them. You don't want to, but you do. So I think you can all agree on me that happened to you.
So why did you finally come out? I mean, what pushed you to tell people?
Um, I actually got tired of living the double life. I got tired of hiding who I was, lying all the time. I was always a big kid, and I used my strength to push my masculinity, and I became kind of a bully, where I wanted to prove to people that I'm tough, I'm a guy, but that wasn't who I was. I'm a nice guy in heart, and I just got tired of it, and so it wasn't until 8th grade that I told my friend Stephanie that I was gay, and at that point I told her I was bi. Then eventually I was gay, and I think at that point I realized it's out there. It's not my own little secret. It's not my own little world. It's out there. And I think it became easier. And once it got out there, obviously there are some people who did not like it, who did not agree with it, and I lost a few friends. But that's okay. Some people don't agree. Some people don't have the same mindset. But that does not mean it's the end of the world. Because I still had my friends, my close friends, who were my true friends, who liked me for who I was and not for who I liked. And that was my own support system. I created my own little gay world bubble. So, next question.
Alright, so you're 18 now, and you've spent some time being gay and being in the gay community. What are some things you discovered about the community? What are some stereotypes?
Um, as I said, as a big kid, a big Native American brown kid, all you saw on TV were skinny little white kids. And I thought I was even more different in the world of being gay. I was different in the gay world. And so I felt insecure that I thought I was never going to find someone who was going to like me for who I was because I was big. And so I used to look at people on Will and Grace, Queer as Folk. They're all the same skinny little white kid. And there are stereotypes in the world, but it wasn't until I went into the gay world that I met kids who were also gay at my age, and they were not like what I saw on TV. They were like me, all shapes, sizes, colors. They're all just people. They just like guys and girls. And I think stereotypes come from a root of truth. All stereotypes come from somewhere, but that does not mean you have to follow it. I mean, I follow a stereotype. I mean, I'm flamboyant, I'm a drag queen, I do all this, but I'm also a guy. I also do my own thing, and so stereotypes are out there. It does not mean you have to follow them. It does not make you who you are.
So another big step in your life was coming out to your family, and I'm wondering how did that go?
Family. As I told my friends, I told the world, everybody knew. I had a system where I was comfortable with myself. I was, I was, I knew who I was. I was not going to change. But family was hard because with friends, if they don't like it, you can get rid of that friend. But with family, if you don't like that family, they're stuck with you. And so eventually, when I got to the age of 16 or 17, that I told my cousins, I told you know the lesser extent people. One person who I was scared most to tell was my sister, because she was this hard Christian who was always this Jesus little girl since as long as I can remember. Um, I was always scared to tell her because she was my best friend. We used to talk about everything together, even America's Next Top Model and Pussycat Dolls. So I don't know, but she never told me that she knew. But when I told her, she told me she knew, and she always knew. But she loved me anyway, and I think that's what family is. They love you for who you are, and they're always gonna love you. And so I told more people I was solid in myself. I was like, okay, I'm out, I'm proud and loud, and I'm gay. And it got to the point where the whole world knew, a blind and deaf dog knew that I was gay, but my father didn't know. And that was hard because he is my only parent. I grew up with him. He's my father. He just didn't know. And it was the hardest to tell because I was scared most to disappoint him. It wasn't until this year, 2010, after I heard all the kids committing suicide who were not accepting who they were, I wanted to show them that even though I am a strong, independent person who lived my own life, I'm still in the closet. And I felt like if I was going to make a difference in this world, I couldn't have that hold me back. And so one night on October 20, 2010, I told him that I was gay, and it was the hardest thing I ever done. It was so hard. Um, I told him that it took me 4 tries. It was on the tip of my tongue. It was in there. I was trying to force it out there. It was hard, but I did it. And as soon as I did it, I felt so relieved, so free. I was out there. I was proud, and I told him it's not a phase. I'm not going to change, and I always knew. It took him a while to get used to the idea that I was gay, but I'm free. I'm out. I'm proud. Nothing in the world is holding me back now. And so that was my family experience.
So what's some advice you would share with someone coming out today?
The world has changed since I was 14, 13. We didn't have Glee. We didn't have Modern Family. We didn't have Lady Gaga. I mean, as hard as that is to imagine, we didn't have anybody to look up to. And I felt alone. So my advice to anyone coming out is to know you're not alone. You're not the only one going through this. I mean, my story is not traumatic, it's not dramatic. It's a story, but I know a lot of people can relate to it. And I think is to always be strong. Always know that it will get better. That there's a future out there for you. And I think life puts all these obstacles, all these troubles out there of coming out to make you stronger, to make you know that no matter what, you will survive anything. And coming out is just one part of your life. It's not your whole life. It's just a part of it. So hopefully you can watch my video, know that you're not alone, and just know that there are always people out there who will listen to you, who will understand you, who are there to help. You can message me anytime on this YouTube channel. I'm here to talk to you. I'm always on the site. I love this site. So just know you have always someone to talk to you. So I think I'm done. So I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully this helped.